Hey yogis, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra, and today I'm doing a core and flexibility Vin to Yin yoga class. So Vin to Yin is Vinyasa to Yin yoga, which means it's a hybrid class. We're going to start off with a really strong core strength Vinyasa flow practice, and then towards the end we're going to wind it down with some longer held passive Yin yoga asanas in order to increase flexibility, especially in the hips and hamstrings. Now, I do need to give a little bit of a disclaimer. Traditionally and technically, you're not supposed to do Yin yoga after Vinyasa. So if you've studied Yin yoga, you know that it's better done when your muscles are active pretty much every day. And I much prefer the feeling in my body when I start with Vinyasa and I end in Yin yoga. But I do want to put the disclaimer out there just because traditionally you should be doing Yin yoga first. So take it or leave it. Maybe this will work for you. Maybe it won't. You'll just have to really pay attention in the Yin yoga portion to make sure that you're not overstretching or going too far, because that is the risk. Once you're warmed up, sometimes we kind of think we're a little bit more flexible than we really are. It's a good idea to have some blocks, some bolsters, some straps, whatever you have at home, have it somewhere close by. This is a pretty intense practice, the Vinyasa as well as the Yin yoga portion. So just be prepared. And let's begin sitting. I'm going to sit kneeling. It's just easier for me, but you can definitely be cross-legged and reach your arms all the way up to the sky, open and spread the fingertips nice and wide. And we're just going to close and open the hands as much as we can. So starting to your left hand to the mat, spread the fingertips wide, and then rock your way back slightly. So you should feel this more in the top of the hand and top of the forearm. And you can bend the elbow a little bit. And move to the other side. So the back of your right hand down, spread the fingertips wide, rock the weight back into your hips. And let's just get right into it. So tabletop pose on hands and knees. Spread your fingertips wide and really press down into your fingertips and knuckles. And you'll probably want to have your knees just a little bit further than your hips. You can hold as you are, or you lean onto your right hand and extend your left arm up. This is your laying triangle. Push into the feet to lift the pelvis up. You wanted a strong core practice, so that's what we're going to do. Press, lift it up a little bit higher. Look down to the mat. Left hand down, upward dog. Point and lift your right toes back behind you. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Step your right foot forward between the palms, back knee down, low lunge, arms extend up. So low lunge, the rib cage is drawing in, belly is toning back towards the low back, and you're pressing your hips forward and down as you lengthen up through the spine and lengthen up through the arms. These are like your warrior one legs. Your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Keep your hands low to the mat and just push into your back heel. So we're just trying to stretch into the ankle, into the calf, the Achilles tendon. Right knee is driving directly over that second and third toe. Tone the navel back. Keep pushing into the back heel. And then bring your right hand to your right hip. Left hand to your left hip. Push into the legs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's go do that sequence on the other side. Left leg rises. Bend your left knee, open up your hip. Push into your right heel. Keep your elbows straight. Straighten and square your left leg so the thigh spirals down. And then exhale, tap your knee to your nose, come forward into your plank pose. Inhale, back to your three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to your left shoulder, squeeze it in. Inhale, it steps back to meet the right. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep your toes curled under as you lift up to your upward dog. Point your left toes back. Exhale, left knee to your nose, and then step that left foot forward, right knee down to the floor. We're lifting up to our low lunge on the second side. So even though we're pressing our hips forward and down, we're squeezing into the midline. Stay low to the mat, so you can just come up onto your fingertips or onto your knuckles. Keep that left knee squeezing in and push into your back heel. So just stretching into the Achilles tendon. I find for me, this is one of the spots that get the tightest. If you walk or you run a lot, you'll probably notice that as well. So a pose like this and downward dog, of course, can be really effective at stretching it out. Keep a generous bend in your left knee. Just bring your left hand to your left hip. Okay, adding on, we've got one more super strong standing flow before we move to our yin yoga sequence. As you straighten it up, left arm up. So this is just another form of your laying triangle. If it's too hard, keep your right foot on the ground. Otherwise, try to squeeze it up. Push into the feet, lift the pelvis up, keep your right leg lifted, left hand down to the mat, lift the back heel. So like a starfish pose or starfish version of the side plank. Inhale, plank pose, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same leg rises up, right leg up. Step your right foot forward between the palms. See if you can float the fingertips, standing splits. Bring your fingertips down to the floor, fold a little deeper. Bending into both knees, bring your big toes together, heels apart, Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms extend up overhead. And we are working our core. Hands come together at the front of the heart. Lower your hips all the way down. Squeeze, low belly in. Cross your right ankle over your left. And try to breathe. Plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Same leg, left leg rises up. Warrior one legs, step it through. Ground your back heel at a 45-degree angle and just come up onto the fingertips. So staying low. Once you have the strength in the legs, you can hover the fingers. Staying in standing splits, bring your fingertips down to the floor, fold a little deeper. And then bend both knees so you can bring your big toes together to touch, heels apart, chair pose. Sinking down in your chair, bring your hands to your heart. We're lowering to boat pose, hips down. Lift the heart up, cross your left ankle over your right, ground your palms, step back, down dog. This is our last vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's start to wind down, coming into our yin practice. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Extend your left leg back. This is pigeon pose, or what we call swan pose in yin yoga.